personal congratulations to you all on achieving your awards today from Liverpool John Moores University, LJMU, in association with YPC. Everyone is very proud of your achievements. We're delighted with your success.
Exciting, it's very exciting.
Saya rasa gembira dengan kejayaan anak saya berjaya menamatkan pengajian di YPC dan hari ini adalah hari yang paling gembira lah pada saya kerana di atas kejayaan.
Actually very excited, super excited actually.
Kind of feeling happy, very happy.
It's a great honor that I can graduate with Liverpool John Moores University degree.
I can invest my career in multiple spectrum. I am more versatile for all the challenges that I have to face.
After graduation, I'm going to continue working and explore the world with my current company. Other than going to Japan, we're also looking forward to expand the team to Singapore and as well as other countries in Asia.
Liverpool John Moores University itself, a 200-year-old university that is really world-class and world ranking. And what does it do to you? It opens the door to future job employability, not only in Malaysia but also all over the world.
YPC International College is a very well-respected partner at Liverpool John Moores University. We are very glad to see another big cohort of students graduating today. Congratulations.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera kepada murid-murid yang menghadiri program Seminar Pecutan Akhir SPM 2023 bagi subjek Bahasa Inggeris bersama Cikgu Adelina. Program ini merupakan program jaringan kolaboratif strategik YPC International College dengan Pejabat Pendidikan Daerah Hulu Langat. Anda bersama dengan saya, Cik Laila, selaku pengurusi majlis pada hari ini. Bagi murid online, kalau boleh dengar suara saya, minta tolong bagi respon di ruangan chat box. Baiklah, terima kasih kepada yang respon. Bersama-sama dengan kita pada hari ini adalah yang berusaha Encik Zai Azman bin Zainuddin Elias Hilmi, Timbalan Sektor Pembelajaran, Pejabat Pendidikan Daerah Hulu Langat serta pegawai-pegawai dari PPD Hulu Langat, Cikgu Adelina, Guru Subjek Bahasa Inggeris, Datuk Dr. Noy Robert, Pengetua YPC International College, Dr. Farah, Pengarah Urusan YPC International College, Kaunselor Akademi YPC, seterusnya tetamu jemputan pada hari ini iaitu pelajar-pelajar SPM dari seluruh Malaysia. Terima kasih juga kepada ibu bapa dan guru-guru yang hadir pada malam ini. Sebelum memulakan agenda utama kita, suka untuk saya ingatkan beberapa perkara terlebih dahulu. Pertama, pastikan mikrofon dalam mood senyap. Kedua, pinkan nama wakil yang akan berbicara sebentar lagi untuk melihat slide pembentangan. Anda perlu klik pada nama YPC Zulaika untuk presentation. Ketiga, pastikan anda bersedia bersama buku catatan untuk mencatat isi-isi penting. Keempat, sebarang pertanyaan boleh terus bertanya di ruangan chat semasa sesi Q&A. Diingatkan kepada semua pelajar untuk tunggu sebentar setelah kelas tamat bagi mengisi kehadiran yang disediakan untuk tujuan penyerahan sijil penyertaan. Sebelum memulakan program kita pada malam ini, saya ingin menjemput Miss Hamiza, pensyarah daripada YPC International College. Dipersilakan.
Baik, thank you CMC. Hello semua. Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera kepada semua pegawai-pegawai PPD, guru-guru, Datuk Dr. Noel Robert, Dr. Farah, YPC and LJMU staff, ibu bapa dan of course adik-adik yang join event pada malam ini ya. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Puan Hamiza, and I am one of the senior lecturers in YPC International College, and I have been here for 18 years already. Jadi tanpa membuang masa, izinkan saya untuk berkongsi sedikit sahaja on one of our most popular and in-demand program offered in YPC. The program that I will share with you tonight, as you can see from the slide there, is a degree program from Liverpool John Moores University, UK, iaitu Bachelor in Science with Honours in Multimedia Computing, atau nama pendeknya BMC. Ya, adik-adik boleh Google sahaja LJMU and you will see that the university is ranked top 5% in the world. And this degree is multidisciplined, which means that they combined two areas of studies. For BMC, it covers IT and multimedia. So, kalau adik-adik minat IT dan nak jadi lebih kreatif, then BMC is your choice. Dan untuk nak masuk dalam program BMC ni, you only need 5 credits sahaja from your SPM results. Dan yang paling bestnya, you can even use the results from your trial exam. So adik tak payah tunggu lama-lama. Terus boleh sambung ke program asasi kami dahulu, iaitu Foundation in Business IT selama setahun sahaja. Dan baru boleh masuk ke program BMC selama 3 tahun. 3 tahun ni sebenarnya tak lama pun adik-adik. Pejam celik, then suddenly you are now a graduate of Liverpool John Moores University. Dan paling penting dekat sini, especially untuk ibu bapa tak perlu berbelanja besar untuk study overseas, but you can still get a UK degree from LJMU. And as I said before, this is a good news for parents out there who wants their children to get an affordable international degree, which can be used not only in Malaysia, but also overseas. And quite a few of our alumni, our ex-students from BMC, are working in countries like Japan, Dubai, UK, and Singapore. Now, talking about alumni, next slide, please. Yep. You probably would like to know what are the job positions that you can secure from having BMC as your degree. And as you can see from the slide there, we have alumni from BMC that we are very proud of. Some of them that are really worth mentioning here are like Kin Fai, Chow Wen, who were both recipients of LJMU Master's Scholarship, meaning they got a scholarship to study their master's degree in LJMU UK. So now Kin Fai is working at Digital Pro NMQ Digital from Amsterdam, but currently based in Kuala Lumpur. Chow Wen pula is working as a forensic associate for KPMG Japan and currently working in Japan. And then we have Wai Kang working as an IT support cum data analyst at Daiso Singapore. Chia Wei and Kawai both working as system analysts at their respective companies, and Deepa is now a web designer. Ada lagi. Next slide, please. Satu slide tak cukup. Kwong Jung Kit is working as a software developer. Jamal, Minghui, and Kalaivani are working as web engineers. William is a data developer for Maybank, and Andy is an IT associate at Tech Mahindra. Can we go to the first slide, please? Ramai orang nama Jamal ya. Now, as you can see here, in actuality, there are a lot more job prospects out there untuk adik-adik if you choose this program. Database developer, game developer, animator pun boleh, IT manager, mobile app developer, dan macam-macam lagi. PMC is a very good program which will enable you to learn about the IT industry and multimedia industry. For example, shopping online. Ya, siapa yang tak suka shopping, kalau ada duit saya pun nak pergi shopping je semua. Ya, but in BMC kan you will learn how to make money instead of just spending it by creating your own e-commerce website or app. We have subjects such as database systems, dynamic website, and e-commerce management that can help you achieve that. What about gaming? I know a lot of you would definitely love to play games, me included, but here we will teach you how to make your own games by learning subjects such as interactive multimedia and digital game production. So do consider joining us in YPC after completing your SPM. Yeah, we have our own academic counselor that are present tonight that you can talk to and ask any questions on the program. Type sahaja di ruangan chat dan adik-adik boleh terus tanya. Tak payah tunggu sampai akhir Q&A pun sebenarnya. Okay? Alright, that's all from me. Now I would like to invite my colleague, Miss Aminah, to share on another great program from Liverpool John Moores University that we offer in YPC International College. Over to you, Miss Aminah.
Okay, thank you, Miss Hamiza, untuk penerangan yang cukup menarik tadi berkenaan BMC. Okay, hello, Assalamualaikum semua. So, pertama kali, nama saya Aminah. Saya merupakan salah seorang lecturer dan juga program coordinator di YPC International College. So, pada malam ini, saya juga ingin berkongsi tentang salah satu program degree yang juga multidisiplin. So, untuk saya punya part adalah Bachelor Insight with Honours in E-Business Technology and Management, atau singkatannya kita panggil sebagai BEM. Okay. Maksud saya bila saya cakap dia multidisiplin tadi, BMC IT dengan multimedia. But for BEM, it's combined or it's cover area of business dan juga IT. So if adik-adik minat business but on the same time nak dapatkan kelebihan dalam bidang IT, BEM adalah pilihan yang paling tepatlah untuk adik-adik. Okey, apa yang menariknya, melalui BEM, adik-adik dapat mempelajari front-end aspect of e-business seperti digital marketing and sales, as well as back-end IT aspect seperti web development and database management. Okay, some of the subject yang adik-adik akan belajar dalam bidang ni termasuklah e-commerce management, website design, database design, software design dan juga system design. Okay, actually this skill very essential for anyone yang ingin berkecimpung dalam bidang e-business industry, especially whether as a business owner or as a business or a professional in technology company. Okay, untuk makluman adik-adik juga, our certificate ni adalah UK degree certificate. So maksudnya our degree certificate ni bukan hanya diterima dalam Malaysia lah, tapi turut diterima di luar negara. So jika adik-adik lepas ni nak bekerja, ada yang nak bekerja dekat overseas apa semua tu, so ni adalah peluang adik-adik untuk capai cita-cita adik-adik semua. Okay, if adik-adik berminat dengan program yang ditawarkan, especially untuk lepasan SPM, adik-adik boleh memilih untuk mengambil program asasi seperti Foundation in Business and IT selama setahun saja, dan selepas tu adik-adik boleh terus sambung ke degree level yang hanya mengambil masa 3 tahun. So shortcut lah 4 tahunnya. So jika adik-adik nak tahu info dengan lebih lanjut, adik-adik boleh contact atau chat pada ruangan komen dan our counselor will assist you lah. So di sini saya ingin berkongsi sedikit tentang our alumni and what career they had secure as a BEM student. Okay, dekat sini kita boleh tengok Gita. Currently she is a principal consultant at Manhattan Associate Singapore. Maksudnya dia bekerja dekat Singapore. Same goes to Wending. Currently he is a senior account executive at MIT Thailand. And Navin also international sales manager at Dubai, UAE. So ketiga mereka ni sekarang bekerja di luar negara. So for Gajendra Gunathan, he is a senior IT analyst at Deloitte, and Sukbir Singh, he is currently a global payment manager at Zil Group. Dan Intan Baiduri currently is a senior system support at Berjaya Sompong Insurer Sendirian Berhad. So we go to the next slide. So, okay, ni semua nampak muda kan sebab sekarang ni ini adalah our alumni yang baru saja graduate Julai tahun lepas. So adik-adik boleh tengok kat sini macam Ho So Chet dan and Tan Yuan Yi, they are more towards IT. So Ho So Chet currently he is a software engineer at Dina Front System Sdn Bhd, and Tan Yuan Yi is a front end developer ataupun programmer at TDC at Malaysia. For Zishin, she is currently a service marketing executive at Hapsen Star Sdn Bhd, and Ko Hua Han is a QA/QC specialist at Flash Express Malaysia, and Ellie Lim Yi Tang is a procurement at Genting Malaysia Sdn Bhd, and Si Mei Tang is a HR executive at Vertex Mastering. So kebanyakan company yang mereka bekerja sekarang adalah company yang agak ada nama dan juga besar lah. So berbalik kepada program kita pada malam ini, saya ingin menjemput Cikgu Adelina yang merupakan guru daripada SMK Wangsa Maju Seksyen 2. Beliau sudah berpengalaman selama 28 tahun dalam mengajar. So dengan itu saya ingin menjemput Cikgu. Silakan Cikgu.
Okay, terima kasih Cikgu Cik Aminah. Alright, Assalamualaikum, good evening. Hello everybody. Can you hear my voice? Everybody can hear? Yes, okay. Alright, thank you for joining this particular what I call as a countdown for your SPM exam English paper tomorrow. Alright, so I hope that tonight whatever sharing that I'm doing with you would be very helpful. Okay, just jot down some notes because I would be sharing some of the things that you need to remember, so that tomorrow at least it can help you out when answering the questions. All right, okay, few hours only. Yes, definitely. Okay, I'm going to share my slides with you. I would like to welcome the PPD officers as well. Thank you all for coming, to all the teachers. So I hope that tonight what I'll be sharing with you will be helpful. Okay, all right. Now okay. Nampak ke tak? Sekejap ya, hold on. Alright, can you see the slide? Hold on. Can you see the slide? Aku tak nampak ya. Okay, nampak ke? Alright, okay guys. Okay, let's start. Okay, now what I'm going to do with you today is just more of a sharing of what you should be doing. Okay, so that as a reminder for tomorrow's paper, so that nak kata cannot what? Can? Okay. Can ya? Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to continue. Okay, I'm going to mix BM and BI as well, alright, because probably some of you might not understand, but I will try my best to speak as much English as I can, okay? Alright, now let's go. Now, I hope that everybody understands that tonight I'm just going to concentrate more on paper 2, alright, because I think paper 1, everybody should be able to answer the questions, because it is more of a multiple choice questions, and then basically the answers are all in your paper 1. Okay, except for paper 2. Paper 2, you have to work hard a little bit. Okay? All right. Okay, now I'm going to start off with the assessment skills for paper 1. Okay, sorry, for paper 2. Okay, now what I'm going to share with you is that, hold on. Okay, now in paper 2, you have to understand there are 4 things that when your papers are being marked, these are the 4 things that we are looking for: the content, the communicative achievement, and the organization and the language. So basically, what we are trying to test the students is their understanding of the content. Okay, of the content. Oh, you cannot see. Okay. All right, of the content. Okay, now I'm going to go straight away on the assessment. So when I talk about the content means when you answer the question, it has to be relevant to the task. Target reader is fully informed, meaning that whatever question is given to you in the question paper, you need to fully answer it all. Okay, do not miss anything out. When you talk about communicative achievement, you're talking about straightforward ideas. Some problems, kadang-kadang dalam pelajar ni, mereka tak suka guna straightforward ideas. You just go around the bush. Okay, alright. Okay. Can I start with email first? Okay, email first. Okay, now kids. Now, when you write your email, you have to follow whatever rubrics given to you. This is a sample of a question. Now, sometimes question in email can be 3, can be 4, can be 5. Now, whatever things that you do is, I hope if you are not allowed to bring in any highlighters, please use your pencil, please use your pen to underline the important questions in here. Okay, in the question. Okay, let's try for this. Let's look at this question first. Now, for example, for this particular question, okay, you receive an email from your new friend, Amy, who has just moved to your hometown. Now, in this question, the person that you're going to reply the email to is given the name here. But if no name is being given, therefore, you can just create one. Okay, don't take too much of time to create a name. Sometimes what happens to students is they take around 5 to 10 minutes just to create a name. Bahaya sangat bila kita buat macam tu. So you have to remember. Now, in the question here, how many questions do you think they have? If you look at it physically, how many questions do you think they have here? Okay, let's try. Okay, the school holiday is finally here. Let's go for a picnic with our friends. Where shall we go and what can we do there? How many questions? Ada berapa soalan? There are 2, right? Okay, so you underline this question first. Where shall we go? Meaning that when you answer this question, you have to tell the exact place of where to go. Mesti tempat yang spesifik. Kat mana kita nak pergi berkelah. And what can we do there? Usually when you go to a certain place for a picnic, we must do some activities. Teacher, do we need to put many activities or do we need to put one activities? It's up to you. Because the question is very general. But my advice to you is try to put more than one. Okay, sometimes when you go for picnic, you might be doing some barbecuing. If we go to the beach, we would be playing, beach volleyball, or you build sandcastles. You have more than one. Okay, try to put that. Because sometimes we think that, okay, berapa kehendak soalan? Okay. Sometimes what happens is that when you give certain answers, it might not be very clear. Okay, you imagine when you go for a picnic, what do you do? Because this question is actually very personal. It's very on your personal experience. Okay, try to bring in what you have already done. Kalau tak pernah pergi piknik, mungkin you pernah pergi camping ke apa. You can just take that particular ideas. Okay. And the third question is, what should we bring? See, you got 1 question, 2 question, and 3 questions. So for this particular email, you are going to answer if the content assessment, the assessment for content says that fully answering the question, meaning that you have to answer 3 questions. 1, 2, and 3. Alright. Okay, kalau tanya cikgu, if you ask me, how many question in an email usually? It can be 4, it can be 5, it can be 3, but it has never been 2. Usually it will be around 3, 4, or 5. Okay, but if you were to ask me to guess for this year, I'm not going to guess. All right. What I can tell you is that make use of answer. Always practice yourself and make sure that when you read the question, you read thoroughly. Baca dengan betul. Kadang-kadang kita ni lupa kan. Okay. Now, once you have already identified the 3 questions, then you begin to answer the question. Now, for this particular email, if you look here, this is just, suggestion to go for a picnic. So when you answer the question, your answer has to sound like whether you are, because this particular is when they are inviting you to go for a picnic, you must be agreeing to it. So whatever answer that you give here, where shall we go? You can give a suggestion of place, one place, or a few places. It doesn't matter. It is still acceptable. Same goes, what can we do there? It can be 1 activity, it can be 2 activities, it can be 3 activities. It is up to you again. Same goes with what should we bring. If you go for a picnic, what do we usually bring? We usually bring food, we usually bring drinks, we usually bring, if you are going to sit on the sand, on the ground, therefore you must have a mat. Okay, a picnic mat. Sometimes we go for a picnic, we have a barbecue. So you bring barbecue things. For example, some coals because you want to barbecue your fish, for example. If you want to barbecue things, then you might bring some. What are the things that you are going to be barbecuing? Okay, all right. Okay, now let's go to the second one. Okay, now if you look at see. All right, this is what I meant. Now, where shall we go? What can we do there? And then what should we bring? Okay. Now, for students, I have to remind you this. Failure to address any one of the question means a task is not fulfilled, which will affect the content mark. Kalau kita tak jawab 3 soalan ni, apa yang akan berlaku? Kita tak akan dapat full mark lah. Selalunya memang tidak akan dapat markah penuh. Jadi, if you were to answer all these 3 questions, insyaAllah selalunya pelajar boleh dapat markah yang lebih baik selalunya. So I think when you do a lot of practices in school with your teachers, I think that your teacher would have mentioned the same thing to you. Kan? Betul kan? Alright. Okay. Can we go to the next question? Okay. Alright. Now, with this slide as well, I'm giving you some of the sentences, phrases that you can actually use when you want to do your openings, when you want to complete your content, when you want to end your email. These are a few tips that I can give you. Okay. Now, I also would like to give some things that you should not be using. For example, not advisable to use I hope you are in the pink or in the pink of hell, because this is an old usage. Kita dah tak pakai lagi. Alright, cuma kalau belajar pakai juga tak ada masalah lah. There's just nothing wrong. Cuma tak sesuai. So it is better when you write an email, you just go straight forward. You can use things like sentences like hi, hello, how are you, how are things, how is it going on? It's good to hear from you. If the question in the email is telling you that your friend has won a competition, so you congratulate. Congratulations on your winning in what competition, for example. If your friend is writing and inviting you to go for a, for what lah? Alamak, lupa dah. Okay. He want to invite you to go to his or her birthday party. So you are going to say thank you for the invitation. You have to understand, look at the content. Macam mana kita nak jawab tu, kita tengok pada situasi. Okay? Alright. Highlight questions in the email that you need to answer. Okay, this is actually what you have to do. If we are not allowed to bring a highlighter, use a pen, use a pencil, underline. Okay, underline. Sebaik-baiknya. Alright, sebaik-baiknya. Selalunya pelajar-pelajar ni, kadang-kadang, dia tak underline pun. They don't underline. And they just leave it be. So, when they begin to write the answer, what happens is that they cannot remember which is which. Okay, and some students, what happen is that when they answer email question, they jumble up. question 1 should be answered first, but you go and answer question number 3. Alright, not to say cannot. Okay, not to say cannot. It's just that it's not advisable. Saya tidak menggalakkan pelajar jawab seperti itu. Sebab once you answer without following the accordance, what's going to happen? You are going to get confused, and sometimes you might forget to answer the first question. Okay, alright. Okay, now friendly endings. Friendly endings, you can use bye for now, see you soon, speak to you later. That's all for now. Write soon, write back soon. Okay. It is not advisable to use other languages like adios, amigos, sayonara, annyeong, and not advisable. Not advisable. If you still use it, you might not get good marks for that. Okay, meaning that you don't add any foreign other foreign language than English language itself. Okay, all right. Let's go to another sample of an email. Okay, let's try. Now, for this particular email, this one is received from a cousin, your cousin who is studying abroad. So the name is already given there, Anis. Okay, let's try. I need your help. I'm going back to London next month and thinking of buying a local souvenir for a foreign friend of mine. Okay. Now, if you have the slide that you have already printed, okay, it's better for you to highlight it so that you understand when you want to answer the email question later in the subject area. What are you going to put there? Sometimes whatever that is given in the question, you can actually use that as a title for your particular email. Yeah. Okay. So this time of around, you want to buy something local. Local souvenir. If you were to set your mind, local souvenir that we have in Malaysia could probably be, keychains, fridge magnets, and so forth. You have to remember, this one is going back to London next month. Can we buy for your friend food? Okay, consider that back because this one you are talking about giving a gift. All right. Now the first question: what can I bring back as a gift? Okay, local souvenir for a foreign friend of mine. Okay, where can I buy it? That is the second question. Also, I'm thinking of bringing back some local snacks too, like dodol or durian chocolate. What do you think? Now, a given choice there is two. One is dodol and one is durian chocolate. Okay, if you were to answer any one of this, it is acceptable. If you want to answer both, it is acceptable as well. Alright, there's nothing wrong. So what can I bring back as a gift? For the first answer, what can I bring back as a gift? Could be something different than this. It should not be the same as this because this is another level, another part of a question. Bring back as a gift, what is it? It could be kain batik. It could be a fridge magnet like I mentioned just now. It could be what else? A keychain. Okay, where can I buy it? You can buy it at the farmers market somewhere where you have bought where you plan to buy it. The place has to be very, very exact. Okay. All right. Then here is a choice like I mentioned just now: a dodol or durian chocolate. It's either one or both. It doesn't matter. Okay. It is still acceptable. All right. Okay. For until this part, is there any question that you would like to ask? Any question that you would like to ask? Tempoyak kan teacher? Tempoyak cannot. Cannot be tempoyak. Tempoyak it's not even allowed on the plane. Okay, something that doesn't smell. A gift means usually it has to be a physical gift, something that can be kept for a long time. Okay, when you look at this person, you remember, oh, this person gives you something. Okay, whatever answer you give for this particular question, it has to be rational. All right. Okay, not tempoyak. All right. Okay. Any other question that you would like to ask? Anything? Okay. No? What? Anything? Me? Huh? Okay. All right. Let's continue. Okay. For this one, an email from your cousin May who plans to give her elder sister a birthday surprise. All right, a birthday surprise. Look at the question what is given here. The first one, I already highlighted the question for you. How do you think I should surprise her? For this particular question, it is asking you to give away. You can have a surprise party, where? At a place that she has always wanted to go. It could be, a garden theme party, something that she liked, something that she liked. Okay. Who should I invite? Usually, when you want to give a surprise party for your, uh, for your, you want to give a suggestion for your sister. The people that should be inviting could be your sister's close friends. Someone who is very dear to family members and so forth. Okay. Alright. Betul. Jangan kata tempoyak atau durian, bahaya. Okay, what preparation should I do? What preparation means? Should you go and buy a cake? How are you going to decorate the place? The theme of the party that you wanted to have for the elder sister. For this particular question, just asking you to give suggestion. So whatever suggestion you give, as long as it makes sense, it is acceptable. All right. How do you think to surprise her? Some people say they can have like a mask, wearing mask birthday party, things that can actually has the element of surprising. All right. Now, would like to remind you, students, especially sometimes most of you like to spend so much time on email, even because email is actually for me. Email does not require you to take a long time to complete it. All right, because you have to understand, writing an email for this particular question, you're only asked to write about 80 words. So 80 words is actually not too long. It's just one short paragraph. And what the teachers want to see is that whether you understand the question or not. For example, if you were to say that you want how do you think I should surprise her? Here, meaning that we want to know whether you know what does it mean by the element of surprise. Elements of surprise. It sounded very things that, your sister has been wanting to have all this while, but probably she can't afford it or your parents can't afford it. But you, as a friend, you might help out your cousin May to have a surprise party for your sister, whatever it is. All right, who should I invite? We want to know. Do you understand with the question who? Who means you are referring to people. Who are the people if it is related to the sister? Okay, what preparation should I do? We want to know whether you understand with the word preparation. Preparation means things that you do before the party. All right, okay, this one you really need to understand very clearly. You don't give very vague answer. What preparation should I do? We should prepare a birthday party, an interesting birthday party for your sister. You see, an interesting birthday party, what is it? So it doesn't answer to the question preparation. Okay? Alright? Now, any question until now that you would like to ask? Ada soalan nak tanya ke? Tak ada ya? Okay. Is mark penalized? Alamak, tak nampak. We have to abide by the word limit. Okay, maximum word. Students, maximum word is already mentioned here, 80 words. Alright. But if you exceeded 80 words, actually marks, marks is actually not being penalized. You're not going to be penalized for that. There is no deduction of marks because of that. Now, what we want to see is whether you have answered the questions or not. Katakanlah dalam email tu ada 5 soalan, so menjawab tak 5 soalan tu? Kalau dalam email tu ada 3 soalan, menjawab tak 3 soalan itu? We just want to see that. 80 word is to put you in a frame supaya, it is not too short and it is not too long. Kalau if it is like 80 words, it could probably around like one paragraph. One paragraph that contains around probably 10 to 20 lines or 10 to 15 lines. It depends on your handwriting as well. Some students, they have very big handwriting, so the paragraph might look a little bit longer. Sedangkan dia dah menjawab soalan. Okay? Alright. Ada lagi soalan? Any other questions that you want to ask? Oh, sabar. How to make a report. Is cohesive devices needed for this part, teacher? Yes, definitely. Cohesive devices is required. Is required for this part. For example, if you want to answer this question, saya pergi ke belakang sikit. Okay, like this. What can I bring as a gift? You know, as a gift, I would like to suggest that you can bring something back. You can buy a gift that can be long lasting. For example, a keychain or a fridge magnet, and you can buy it at the farmers market, or you can buy it at the apa nama pasar dekat apa tu? What is the name of the market in KL, in the middle of the town? I cannot remember already. Sometimes you go to Malacca. Alright, in Malacca, for example, you have bought a keychain from Malacca because it represents the whole the whole culture of Malaysia. Okay, maksudnya bila you sambung daripada soalan pertama kepada soalan kedua, you might be using cohesive devices such as and then you give reason because. But the number of cohesive devices need not to be too many. Need not to be too many. A very simple one. You have to understand that for email writing, we are not testing. The marks is not that difficult to score. As long as you answer the question, inshallah, you will get the marks. Inshallah, you get the marks. Alright. So, for example, like this. Now, I would like to remind and advise you back. When you write an email, okay, make sure that to whom that you're going to write the email to has to be an email address as well. Has to be an email address as well. Because sometimes the student, they forgot. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, like this. Nampak tak? Can you see? Can, Okay, if this email is to be sent to you, therefore, I'm the person who's going to send the email to you back, means I have to write my name inside here. For example, Adelina at yahoo.com. Okay, Adelina at yahoo.com. So it has to be, a common sense email address, right? Do not create something which is out of the blue, which has nothing to do with email at all. And when it comes to the subject means you can take the question, for example, unforgettable birthday for her. You can take the question here, surprise birthday party, or birthday surprise for who's May's elder sister. Just give a name. Just give a name to the person. Alright. Dear who, if you are going to answer the email, you're going to send back the email to Anis, then Anis' name has to be here. Alright. Now I'm just giving you a sample of how the template looks like. But during examination, the real SPM examination, you are only given these three columns: to whom, subject, and the content. Okay. Alright. Ambil balik tajuk ini daripada soalan. You don't have to create your own title. Jangan create. Dia memang ada dalam soalan tu tadi. Alright. Don't get panic. The most important thing is do not get panic. So when you have completed your email, so dekat bawah ni you can write your beloved cousin, or you can just put your initial. That's all. You don't have to put your full name below. Initial means just a short signature of yours. Okay. Alright. Any questions? Any question you want to ask? Tak ada. Alright. Can I proceed to guided writing now? Okay, sebab saya rasa guided writing lah bahagian yang paling susah sebenarnya. Okay. Now, for guided writing assessment of marking, this is actually what we are looking for as well. I will straight away give you the highest score so that you know that this is actually what we are looking for. Dan sebenar-benarnya. Sebenar-benarnya. Alright. This is part 2. Means that you're guided writing. Okay, students. You have to remember that from the difference between part 1, part 2 and part 3 is the difference of mark. Perbezaan markah yang sangat ketara selalunya. Even when you do your examination in school, that is actually what is happening. You can see that your part 1, sometimes you get the marks very high. But when you go into your part 2, when you go into your part 3, your marks, it becomes lower. Okay, sometimes. Some students, they can maintain. They have a very, they can maintain their momentum of writing. Alright? Okay. Yeah. But my advice to you is still in part 2, you still have to look at the content which is relevant to the task. Okay, nanti saya tunjuk apa yang dimasukkan all content is relevant to the task. There's a difference between part 2 and part 3 in terms of task given. Okay. Sebab kadang-kadang part 2, in your part 2, the task given to you, usually the rubrics tu dah ada 3. Sorry, not rubrics, the bullets. The bullets of content, there will be 3. But for in part 3, sometimes the bullets is only 2, but there could be 3 questions in the bullets. Okay? Alright. Communicative achievement means uses the convention of communicative tasks to hold the target's reader attention. Now, this part is important because you need to make your writing very interesting. Macam mana you nak make sure bahawa orang yang membaca tu dia akan membaca sentiasa, minat dia mesti ada tarikan. Okay. Organization ialah cohesive device, penanda wacana. Untuk pelajar yang tak tahu what is cohesive device, it is penanda wacana. And that penanda wacana, the cohesive device has to be variety, meaning that level dia naik lagi sikit lah. Okay. Uses a range of everyday vocabulary, occasional, inappropriate use of less common lexis. So for this particular part 2 and part 3, the assessment is quite similar. Dia lebih kurang. So memang sebenarnya untuk kita dapatkan markah untuk part 2 and part 3 sebenarnya agak sukar. Agak susah sedikit sebenarnya. Boleh tanya cikgu kat sekolah. Cikgu pun memang ajar benda yang sama. Alright? Okay. Okay, now with the slides given, I also provide to you with the cohesive devices. For those who were asking just now, teacher, what are the cohesive devices yang boleh pakai? Okay, saya bagi you a few samples yang memang kita pakai, and it's actually usable for part 1, part 2 and part 3. Pelajar boleh nanti sebelum tidur boleh hafal, boleh tengok balik macam mana nak guna penggunaan dia. Saya dah bagi dekat sini. So there are 2 pages of this. Dan satu lagi ialah di belakang. Okay. Jangan risau. Everything is already given to you. Right. Now, cuma my advice to you again. Ni banyak sangat advice ni. My advice to you again is, if possible, try to construct, the combination of simple, complex and compound sentences. Simple, complex and compound. Simple sentence means you are using one simple sentence. Dia kalau dalam bahasa Melayu dia kena ada subject predicate. Isn't it? Okay. Dalam bahasa Inggeris dia lebih kurang dia macam tu. For complex sentences, you will be joining 2 sentences together, and sometimes you use words like and, because. That is complex. But when it comes to compound sentences, 3 or more sentences is combined together with the usage of the cohesive devices that I've shared with you. Boleh pilih kat sini. Kita nak guna macam mana. Alright. So, rugilah siapa yang tak masuk malam ni. Memang sangat rugi. Sebab apa? Saya dah bagi ni. I'm sharing you all this. Okay. Do not ask me, teacher, macam mana teknik menjawab. Teknik menjawab, how to answer the question is, actually it comes together with my explanation with you tonight. Saya dah gabungkan sekali. Saya cuma akan pergi kepada soalan-soalan supaya so that you can see that macam mana kita nak jawab soalan ni. How are you going to answer this particular question? Bagaimana dan bagaimana. Sebab at the moment, I think if you were to ask me to construct sentences, memang masa memang tak cukup. 2 hours is not enough. Alright? Okay? Any questions that you want to ask before I proceed? Ada? Tak ada? Okay. Alright. Tak ada ya? Good. You guys are very good. I suka. Okay. Now let's continue. Okay. Now let's go to guided writing. Let's go to guided. Now for guided writing, students are required to write an essay of between 125 to 150 words. 125 and to 150 words. I would like to remind you students, please do not count. Macam mana kita nak tahu dah sampai 125 hingga 150? If you were able to write one whole page, front and back, that is definitely more than 150. Yeah, that is definitely, unless your handwriting, your handwriting is really, really big. So, but still, if it's one page, it's already achieving to 120 to 150. Tak perlu kira. Tolonglah. Tolong je, tak perlu kira. Tak ada masa you nak kira sebenarnya. Okay. How to write guided essays. Alright. Now, the interesting thing about guided writing is that guided writing is actually using question that is related to your personal experience. Selalunya mesti berkait dengan kita punya kehidupan peribadi. Alright, contoh saya bagi for this question. Discussing about spending quality time with your family, and your teacher has asked you to write an essay about how you would spend time with your family. Okay, look at the context of the question. Quality time with your family, bersama keluarga mereka. Tetapi bila you tulis essay, your essay mesti menjawab kepada soalan how you would spend time with your family. Therefore, your pronoun, your kata ganti diri you akan bertukar kepada how I would spend my time with my family. Okay. So when you change your pronoun, that one would fall under the category of dia akan masuk di bawah grammar. Okay, grammar. Alright. Kan saya kata tadi, in guided writing, they will give you 3 bullets. So if you look at the 3 bullets given here, activities you would do together. The sentence given here, the phrase that is given to you, the word activities here, is it spelled in plural form or singular form? Singular ke plural? Singular ke plural? Plural. Okay, pandai. If it is asked in a plural form, kalau dibentuk dalam bentuk plural, meaning that activities has to be more than 1. Mesti lebih daripada 1. Apa akan berlaku kalau pelajar tulis 1? Kalau pelajar tulis 1, dia tidak menjawab soalan. So, markah dia akan kurang sedikit. Yang itu you kena faham. Alright? Okay, answer first this question. Activities you would do together. When you want to spend quality time with your family, apa yang kita selalu buat? Okay? Now, look at the word that comes after that. Would. Would means sudah buat ke belum buat? Mungkin kita dah buat, tetapi kita consider nak buat sekali lagi kan? Alright. Ataupun kita tak pernah buat. But when you look at your other friends, your family are doing this kind of activity. So you would do together probably things that your friend is doing. Your friend's family is doing. Okay. Boleh ambil contoh orang lain. Okay. Soalan yang kedua. Reasons for spending time together. The word reason, is it plural or singular? Plural, right? Okay. If the question is in plural form, therefore, the reasons here has to be given more than 1. Okay, more than 1. Okay. Kenapa perlu menghabiskan masa bersama? Alright. Okay. And the third bullet, the fun things to do together on weekends. Fun things, the word thing singular or plural? Plural juga. It's also in plural form. So fun things means things that makes you happy, things that makes you feel excited, things that makes you feel, that you really like doing. Okay. The fun things to do together on weekend. This one is specifically asking you to give what to be done on weekends. Selalunya pelajar-pelajar saya dekat sekolah pun, my students in my school, I would ask them to list first, the activities that they would like to do. Saya selalu cadangkan dia macam how you say, dia ada sifir dia. If the activities that you want to give, therefore, if you want to give 3, then reasons that you want to give also should be 3. The fun things that you want to do together also should be 3. So it would be 3 activities, 3 reasons, and 3 fun things. If you want to give 2 activities, so you give 2 reasons and 2 fun things. Okay, now students, please understand. You are the master of your own writing. So if you want to write 2 activities, then you set your mind you want to give 2 activities. Therefore, the reasons has to be 2 as well. Dia mesti ada timbal balik. You janganlah buat 2 aktiviti kat sini and then suddenly sampai reason you bagi 1 reason. Even though dia adalah dalam bentuk plural, bilangan yang banyak. Okay? Fun things to do together on weekends, apa yang menarik untuk kita buat bersama-sama. Alright. Saya bagi contoh. Gotong royong in English pun sama ke cikgu? Yes, gotong royong in English is the same. You can use the word gotong royong. No problem actually. Tak ada masalah pun sebenarnya. English is not as apa orang kata, dia tak macam bahasa Melayu. Salah je dia akan potong kata. It's not like that lah. Usually it's not like that. Okay. Alright. Now, this is actually to be practiced. Kalau if you want to use this as a practice for tonight, it is up to you. Terpulang. But like what I mentioned just now, if you want to give 3 activities, then you give 3 activities. So for the 3 activities, you give 1 reason why. Kenapa you nak buat? Kenapa you nak buat? Kenapa you nak buat? Okay, contohlah saya bagi. Kejap ya. Saya confused. Maaf. Okay, for example here, if you say that you plan to go, what you would like to do, then you say you want to go for camping. Why you want to go for camping? You want to create bond, a good bond with your family, for example. Okay. To closer the bond between family members. Okay. But the fun thing that you would like to do would be it could be like watching movie nights on weekends. Okay. Understand? Alright. Camping. The first part of the question, is actually suggestion. Suggestion. Apa yang kita nak buat? The second part of the question is the activities that you want to do together with your family is answering why. Closer the bond. Sometimes you want to spend together because your parents are so busy and you don't even see your parents, on weekdays, for example. Ada lagi satu, sometimes students would give strengthen the bond among family members. Okay, pun boleh. Fun things could be something that you have done. Movie nights, for example. Sometimes you kata you nak pergi apa? You nak pergi food hunting. Or you want to go traveling. It's not traveling actually. Probably you want to go for a staycation. Okay. You have to understand the concept of quality time. Right? Quality time. Okay. Ada soalan tak nak tanya setakat ni? Any question that you want to ask? Can we exceed 150? Can, no problem. No problem if you want to exceed. If you want to exceed 120, 150, it has no problem. Kan saya sebutkan tadi. If you write more than 150, it is not a problem. You do not have to be concerned because teachers will still read the question, read your answer. No worries. Alright. Okay, let's go to the second question. Now, second question is asking about how to overcome crime. Okay, how to overcome crime. How to overcome crime in the neighborhood? It has to be reasonable. Contoh, kalau dalam kawasan sekitar rumah kita, in our neighborhood area, could there be things like, kidnapping? Probably. Okay. But what could be, something which is very, very serious happening? Break-ins, pecah rumah. Sometimes in your neighborhood, there would be snatch theft. Sometimes, bullying also happen in your neighborhood. Sometimes there are cases of stealing in the neighborhood. When you talk about neighborhood mesti dalam ruang lingkup kawasan rumah awak yang kecil saja. Tidak perlu terlalu besar. Alright? Katakan you tinggal dekat kawasan flat. So that flat is your neighborhood area. Alright? So reasons people turn to crime. Please understand the word here. Reasons people turn to crime. Why people actually commit crime. Kenapa mereka melakukan jenayah? Right. Look at the question here. Is the question in plural or singular? Again, it is in plural. Crimes means you can give 2 crimes. Okay, 2 crimes. Reasons, you can give 2 reasons. And ways to protect yourself from crime, you can give 2 ways, 2 suggestions on how to protect yourself from crime. Kalau how to protect yourself from crime, for example, if you are living in an area that has no camera surveillance, camera surveillance, security camera, another word that you can use is CCTV. Kalau dah tiba-tiba blank, CCTV, you just use the word CCTV. Some students, they can remember, they can use security camera. Alright. Sometimes what can the neighborhood area have is they have rukun tetangga patrolling. Patrolling the area. Boleh tak pakai rukun tetangga, cikgu? Boleh. Rukun tetangga can be used in your essay writing. Can. Alright. Janganlah letak jaga. Jaga is different. Jaga is security guard. So, some of you, what happened is that you like to, sometimes you forget words in English. So, you tend to use BM words because you feel that, oh, it's okay. Boleh guna bahasa Melayu, kita letak inverted comma tu. Sebenarnya it's not actually encouraged. It's not encouraged, it's not advisable. Saya tidak galakkan pelajar buat sebegitu. Sebab apa? Itu sebenarnya tidak membantu pun if you use that. So if there are certain words that you want to use in Malay, for example, gotong royong is acceptable. You want to use the word rukun tetangga is still acceptable. Alright? Okay, like CCTV. CCTV, you do not have to write the long term of it. You can just put CCTV is acceptable. Okay? Alright. Ada soalan lagi nak tanya tak? Setakat ini. Kalau soalan berbentuk begini. If you ask me, has this question ever come out in examination? Never. Has never yet come out in examination about crimes in neighborhood. Dia tak pernah keluar. Cuma, saya nak ingatkan pada pelajar, do not target questions. Do not target question. Please and please. Because English paper is unpredictable. Alright, it's unpredictable. Sometimes kita kata, oh soalan ni mungkin keluar. Oh soalan ni mungkin keluar. Kadang-kadang tak keluar, nanti you yang frustrated. Okay? Do not target. Dan tidak ada soalan ramalan sebenarnya. There is no forecast question. Cuma For English paper, what I can see is that you all have to identify what are the questions yang tak pernah keluar, bentuk soalan, tema apa yang tak pernah keluar, dan apakah tajuk-tajuk yang jarang keluar. Alright, but setakat ini setahu saya crime tak pernah keluar lagi lah dalam peperiksaan. Okay? Alright, seterusnya. Okay, these trial questions I took it from some of the states, because these are the questions that that I said before just now. It's not that popular before this, but I think each and every one of you have to try and look at the questions, because sekarang ni soalan ni adalah lebih berbentuk kebat. Kebat. Okay. For this particular question, it is talking about how relaxation affects the quality of life. Now, this question falls under healthy lifestyle actually. Alright. When you talk relaxation affects the quality of life, you can see that the context is very general. Dia sangat umum. Memberi kesan kepada kualiti kehidupan. Itu maksudnya. Now, when you talk about affects the quality of life, you as a student, if you do not relax, contohnya, macam tomorrow you ada exam paper, what is going to happen to yourself? Mental health awak akan berlaku apa? Apakah yang akan berlaku selalunya? You get stress, you get mental block, you feel unhappy. So the quality of life later, when you feel stress, it makes you feel down, betul? Kita akan rasa depressed, kita akan rasa penat, kita akan rasa malas. Itu masuk soalan ini. Okay. Now let's look at the rubric. Why it is important to relax? As a student, why do you need to relax? Why? Why do we need to relax? Why do we need to relax? Kenapa? Ada siapa nak cuba? Anyone? Yes. So that you can be more fresh. Betul? Alright, you akan rasa lebih selesa. Alright, lebih selesa. Ataupun you want to ease your mind. Okay, contoh, itu maksud saya. Alright. Maksudnya, when you answer this particular question, it relates to you. You try to relate it to yourself. Okay. An example of relaxing activities. What are the relaxing activities yang you guys buat? Some of you relax by listening to music. Some of you relax, you do relaxing activities, you sleep. But not the long sleep yang you tak bangun-bangun tu. But you take a short nap. Some of you do relaxing activities by going for exercise. You go hiking or you go jogging, for example. Okay. That is the basic relaxing activities that can ease your mind, menenangkan fikiran. Alright. Ada yang tanya tadi, macam mana kita nak elaborate? Elaborate dia macam tu. Bila kita dapat kertas soalan, when you get the question paper, do not rush yourself. What you can do is take some time, highlight the things, gariskan benda-benda yang sebenarnya kita nak jawab tu nanti. Macam soalan ni. Mana kita nak garis? Kita garis tadi. How relaxation affects quality of life. Dan bila you tengok soalan di bawah ini, you look at the question here, why it is important to relax? If I were to ask you a question, why is it important to relax? Can you answer the question? Of course you can. Because you feel tired. Okay. You do not want to feel stress. Menjawab soalan kepada kenapa. An example of relaxing activities, I give you example just now. Jogging, exercising, cycling, listening to music, taking a short nap. Some of you, what you like to do is you watch television, you watch movies. Ini adalah benda yang merelaxkan awak sebagai pelajar. So what you do is, you kecilkan skop ini kepada konteks pelajar. Make the context smaller. Right, then how to spread awareness? Now, for this question, probably it's going to be a little bit difficult, especially bila kita nak spread. Okay, spread awareness, kita nak memberikan kesedaran. So macam mana? What can the school do? Ataupun what can you do to give an idea? So spread awareness to young people about relaxation is by giving motivation, ataupun dia bagi talks, bagi ceramah. Itu yang paling mudah lah. Selalunya kalau soalan berbentuk spread awareness, motivation, talks. Example of relaxing activities ni macam saya bagi tadi. Contoh-contoh tadi lah. Alright. So bila kita dah dapat, when you have already spread out the elaboration, then you can start writing. Malam ni memang you kena buat brainstorming macam ni saja. InsyaAllah boleh. I believe that all of you can. Just don't like I mentioned just now, you have to relax your mind. Kena bertenang. Okay, soalan yang ketiga, cybercrime. Now, cybercrime also has never come out in examination. Tidak pernah. Cuma macam saya kata tadi, we just want to highlight the things that is very very popular nowadays. Kenapa saya highlight kan? Sebab for the past few years, cyber crimes is actually on the rise. On the rise maksudnya semakin meningkat case. So what kind of cyber crimes are we talking about? And they are affecting teenagers. Betul? Is it true? Definitely. Memang selalunya remaja yang sekarang ni terkesan yang kena I think cyber crimes yang latest ni sekarang ni banyak melibatkan remaja. Now, we need to take urgent action to prevent this. Okay, different types of cyber crimes affecting teenagers, impacts and methods. Sudah beritahu dah dekat sini. One is types, jenis-jenis. Kedua is effects of cyber crimes on teenagers. Ketiga ialah prevention methods. Prevention ni apa? Cara mengatasi. Okay, you must know the meaning of the words. Baru you boleh jawab soalan. Ya pelajar? Okay, types of cyber crimes. What are the popular ones? Apa yang popular sebenarnya? What are the popular ones? Ada? Ada sesiapa nak mencuba? What are the popular ones? Cyberbullying is the easiest. Cyberbullying. The second one is what? Yang pelajar sekarang ni selalu terkena. Dia ambil your identity daripada Telegram and they change it. Scamming. Dua dah. Then you get two there. Effects of cyber crimes on teenagers. When teenagers are the victims of cyber crimes, apa yang akan berlaku kepada dia? Dia akan rasa apa? Stress. Dia akan rasa malu. You feel ashamed. You feel humiliated. Alright? Prevention methods. What can you do to avoid from happening? Apa yang kita boleh buat pada gadget kita? Ataupun apa yang kita boleh buat kepada social media kita? For example, if you say that cybercrime, one of the cybercrime is cyberbullying, so what can you do as a prevention? You can actually close down your account. Okay, itu social media. If you are getting scam online, then what can you do? Kita akan report kepada siapa? To whom can we report to? Kepada authorities, pihak berkuasa. Pihak berkuasa ialah authorities. Tolong ingat authorities. Boleh? Alright, boleh. Alright. Okay. Sekejap, saya kecilkan sikit. Okay. Cybercrime, saya bagi contoh kat sini. Cyberbullying. Okay, cyberbullying or scamming. What would the effects be? Feel ashamed. Satu lagi. Sometimes you can feel stress. Sometimes you can feel stress. Okay, please understand bila you kata teenagers, maksudnya remaja, pelajar macam anda. Okay? Alright. Saya akan tulis kat sini supaya so that you can see. Prevention methods. What you can do? Report to authorities. Authorities means the police. If you want to be very specific. Okay. Ataupun what you can do is if you are being cyberbullied through your social media, so what can you do? You close social media account. Alright. Boleh? Nampak tak? Boleh ambil Okay. Saya pergi yang seterusnya. Okay. Discussing shopping habits among teenagers. Shopping habits. Okay. Where teenagers normally shop? Selalunya kita shop dekat mana? Where? Malls, shopping complex, ataupun online. Shopping complex, okay, online. Boleh pakai, jangan risau. Actually you can use it. Okay. Why shopping is a popular activity? Kenapa shopping itu popular? To feel free. Okay. To feel free time. Boleh? It is a popular activity to release stress. True? Alright. Okay. How to be wise shoppers? Because you spend too much money, before you go and buy, what can you do? You set a budget. Or you make a list of things to buy. This is one. This is one of it. Salah satu cara. Okay. Macam saya cakap tadi, if you cannot give three, then you give two answers. It's fine. Tak ada masalah. Tak ada masalah. Alright? Okay. Any questions? Faham? Boleh? Can I proceed now? Okay, saya teruskan ya. Okay, now, soalan ni agak susah lah. Okay, soalan ni agak susah sebenarnya. Okay. Your class has been discussing about volunteering your time for good causes. Your teacher has asked you to write an essay on it. Okay. Now, this question about volunteering pun tak pernah keluar lagi. It has never come out. So, if you were only to be given this choice of question untuk jawab, contoh ya, the type of volunteer work that you would like to do. Okay. Saya cadangkan kalau nak buat juga kalau soalan ini ditanya, apa yang boleh buat ialah yang pertama, volunteer job you can do working at animal shelter. Okay, sorry, volunteering at animal shelter. Volunteering at animal shelter. That is one. Or at the old folks home. Okay. Or at the orphanage. 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 Alright. Okay. For question number 2, reasons for your choice. Untuk apa? To show care towards animals. That is one lah. If you are going to work at animal shelter. Ataupun you work at animal shelter because I like animals. Okay, what kind of animals that you like? Cats and dogs. For example. If you want to work at the old folks home, because why? The old folks home are feeling lonely. At the orphanage, you want to make the children feel happy, for example. Alright, number 3. How you will find time for this? Do it. I can do it on weekends. Okay. Usually, if you were to do part-time jobs, part-time thing, okay? you will do it during the weekends, especially if you are students. Usually when volunteering, you will do it on weekends only. Alright? Okay? Okay. Any questions that you like to ask? Ada soalan nak tanya tak? Soalan senang. Teacher, should I write one? More than one because the question shows what just now? Shows types, type, not types. Can, no problem. No problem. Kadang-kadang do not get deceived as the type of volunteer work you would like to do. If you want to write 2, you can. Cuma you kena ingat macam ni pelajar. For paper 2, you only have 1 hour and 30 minutes. 1 hour and 30 minutes, you do not have too much time to write too long because you have part 3 that you need to do. Okay. Now, what I'm doing here with you is when I give you all this kind of elaboration, this way you can actually use it in the same way when you do for your part 3. Cara dia sama. Bentuk elaboration tu sama. Cuma dekat part 3 nanti, dia lebih kepada format. It's more on formatted ones. Alright? Okay, ada lagi soalan? Ada lagi soalan nak tanya? Okay. Tutoring, can. Tutoring where? Where do you want to go and have your tutor? You can do tutoring at the orphanage, especially for the students of the primary school or the secondary school, can. Tapi bolehkah kita buat dekat old folks home? Tak boleh. If you want to do volunteering during, tutoring, can. No problem. But it has to be a place that usually people would be doing volunteering. You ingat volunteering, there is no money involved. No payment, no salary, nothing. No allowances, no bonuses. You are doing it for free. Alright? Okay, now let's go to part 3. Part 3 yang you nak tahu. Alright, students. In part 3, there are 4 things that you need to know. Four types of writing that will be tested. Article, reviews, reports, and stories. Okay? Alright. If you were to ask me, teacher, apa yang akan keluar tahun ni? I do not know and I do not want to predict. My advice to you is you must know all of this. All these 4. Mesti tahu. Article, review, reports, and stories. Okay? Alright. Now, sebab for the past 2 years of SPM with the new KSSM Sapphire, basically article, reviews, reports and stories, it has come out all. All has come out. The first year, the second year, semua dah ada. Alright. So nak predict is not. Saya tidak galakkan lah. It's not advisable. Okay. Alright. Now how to write an article? Okay. Students, when you write an article, you must only have a title on top. Hanya tajuk saja di atas. Bila saya kata tajuk, maksudnya macam ni. Contoh, kalaulah tajuk dia ialah pasal, for this one, health awareness. So when you write later for your article, it has to be written like this. Okay. The title is on top. So you take health awareness. Health awareness among teens. Okay, health awareness among teens. Underline. Because it's a title. Okay. Below this is actually your name by. If I'm going to write the article, so it should be my name, Adelina. Adlan. Cuma, do not underline the name. Okay, don't underline the name. So, the title is on top here. The title is on top here. And then, my name is below. And when you start writing, it should start on the side. Okay, nak tinggal satu inci ke terpulang. So, this up to you. Okay, it's up to you. So, this is a type of an article. So, when you write an article, it has to have a title. It must have the name of the person. Okay, faham? Alright. Okay, let's continue. Now, for this particular question, health awareness among teens, again, soalan macam ni tak pernah keluar lagi. It has never come out yet. So please be aware that you must also know what are the health awareness among teens. What are the health issues faced by teens today? Health issues ni lah isu kesihatan. What are the health issues? Health issues, for example, obesity. Some health issues could be anxiety attack. Some health issues could be what else? Obesity, stress, anxiety. These are health issues. Okay, health issues. Now, why is it important to address the health issues? Address means why is it important to overcome the health issues? Okay. Kenapa kita perlu menjaga kesihatan? Kenapa kita kena mengatasi masalah kesihatan tersebut? So that we can be healthy. What are the efforts that can be done in school to deal with the issue? So usually what the school has, they have like sports day, they have PJK subjects, or sometimes they have like road run, to encourage. Sometimes the school would have talks, or they invite invited guests to give some awareness campaign about health to the teenagers. Dia boleh ambil yang itu. Okay, ini format dia. Alright, ini format dia. Okay. Now, saya punya cadangan, this is actually what I do with my students lah. What I actually do with practices with my students is I actually ask them to write this kind of paragraphing. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Why do I ask them to do this? Because we just want to make them have a little bit more of confidence to write. So if you want to write introduction, it is up to you. So usually the introduction, I will ask them to take the title here. Okay? Boleh ya? Alright. Setakat ni ada soalan lagi tak? Ada soalan nak tanya tak? Ada soalan nak tanya? Tak ada. Okay. Let's continue. Alright. Soalan yang seterusnya. For this particular question, saving money, if this is an article, therefore the title for this article is save money. Ambil saja daripada sini, save money. And then below the save money is actually your name. Okay. Dalam soalan ni, saya tengok the trend now is they do not use bullets like this anymore. It can be like this or it can be like this, terpulang. Cuma, if you get question in paragraphs, something like this, what you must do is, you must know what are the questions that they are asking. For this particular question, for this particular task given to you, they are actually asking you a few questions. Soalan yang pertama mana? We would like to know how you save money. This is the first question. Macam mana kita menyimpan wang? Yang kedua, what do you do with the money that you have saved? And the third one, how you can motivate others to save money. Alright. Kalau you tanya saya, macam mana nak jawab soalan ni? Saving money is important. What can you do to save? What do you do actually to save money? Selalu bagaimana cara you menyimpan duit? How do you save your money? You gunakan untuk apa? You save some, save up, some from pocket money. Betul? Okay. Kita menyimpan daripada pocket money kita yang kita dapat seharian dekat yang the one that your parents gave. Okay? Or how do you save money? Apa lagi? We do house chores. Okay, house chores. So you are given allowances. That is another one. Cara. Cara. Soalan yang kedua, dia tanya you. What do you do with the money that you have saved? Apa you buat dengan duit simpanan you? What do you do with the money that you have saved? Buy things that I want. Alright. If you were to answer your question like this, adakah dia menjawab soalan? Tidak sebenarnya. Buy things that I want, what do you want to buy? Probably, you save up your money because you want to buy a new handphone. If you want to be very specific of what handphone that you want to buy, then you can put it here. Okay? Alright, what else do you save the money for? Sometimes you want to go traveling. Dengan siapa? With friends. Okay, that is an example. Alright? Okay. Third question. How can you motivate others to save money? How can you motivate others to save money? Macam mana kita nak galakkan, nak memberikan galakan orang untuk menyimpan wang? Macam mana? Cepat. Macam mana? Macam mana? Macam mana kita boleh? Good. Buy necessary things only. Alright. Do part-time job can for emergency. If you say for emergency, you kena beritahu emergency apa. Right? For emergency. For example, you want to buy top-ups. Suddenly your top-up finishes. So you need your savings in your account because now if you want to top up, you have to use your. It is actually cashless, isn't it? Alright. Save up more. Okay, pandai. Online shopping and Apple a day keeps a dog away. Apa ni? Bukan. Okay. Apa? Macam mana? You want to buy books, tak nampak. Apa lagi? Okay. How can you motivate others to save money? Apa kita boleh bagi? Give advice. Give advice on the importance of saving money. Okay. Give advice on the importance of saving money. Okay. Ini salah satu cara sebenarnya yang you boleh buat, yang you boleh bagi pada kawan awak. Pada kawan awak. Sebab apa? How can you motivate others to save money? Dia tak sebut berapa banyak. You can give one also, it doesn't matter. As long as it sounds motivation. Give advice on the importance of money, meaning that if they save up money, they can buy the things that they want. What you can do is, you can use back the content here to be repeated here again for the second time. Okay? Tak ada masalah sebenarnya. Boleh dipakai. Alright? Okay. Now, upgrading standards of English in schools. What types of activities need to be introduced? Now, if you want to upgrade the standard of English in schools, dekat sekolah anda, macam mana kita nak upgrade kan? You have English Society, isn't it? So you can have activities in English. Activities in English ni, you have to give example. For example, public speaking, because you want to upgrade the standard of English. Then you want to make the students use the language every day. You have public speaking, you can have singing competition, you can have like a movie time so that students listen and they watch movies in English. Okay. What special facilities should the schools have to improve the students' proficiency? Sekolah kena ada apa? Untuk menggalakkan pelajar bertutur dengan lebih baik dalam bahasa Inggeris. Okay, probably you can say have more audio, radios or listening materials, or they can watch more movies that is suitable to the students. And then you tambah kat sini, add another suitable suggestion. So what you can do is, bila you jawab soalan macam ni, the title would be Upgrading Standard of English in Schools. Itu tajuk dia. The title is this. Upgrading the Standard of English in Schools. Okay. Tajuk di tengah. Tajuk ni mesti berada di tengah. Sebaik-baiknya lah di tengah lah. Right? Okay, bawah tu nama nama anda. Letak nama saya by Adelina Adlan. Okay. Sebab tadi ada yang tanya kan, letak di tengah ke? Yes, put it in the middle. Okay. Alright, now let's go to review. Saya ada a few more minutes left lah untuk anda. Okay. Review, the reviews that has never come out in SPM is review about books. Never. Please be careful if you want to be, please be alert about this. Pasal buku. Review about hotel, never, has never come out. Review about what else? Movies, never, has never come out. Reviews about songs never come out before. Tak pernah keluar. The ones that always come out in exam is on eating places and restaurant, if I'm not mistaken. Yang dah keluar lah. So kalau you tengok, example that I'm giving you here is two things. One is hotel, another one is food delivery application. Okay. If the question is about hotel review, you look at the question here, ada berapa soalan yang dibagi. Soalan yang dibagi sebenarnya ada 3 juga. Alright, the first one, have you stayed at a hotel before? This one is yes or no. Okay, that is the first question. Second question, share with us why you enjoyed and didn't enjoy staying at the hotel. Dia minta 2. Okay. One enjoy, one you didn't enjoy. You can give 2 enjoy, 2 reasons why you didn't enjoy. Also can. There's nothing wrong. Nak bagi satu-satu boleh, nak bagi 2-2 pun boleh. Then, would you recommend the hotels to your friends and why? So, jawapan dia ialah yes or no. Okay, now, saya punya cadangan ialah seperti ini. Ya, cadangan saya seperti ini. Bila you jawab soalan review ni, ya, for example, soalan dia ialah ini. Hotel. Alright. Introduction, the basic introduction of the hotel. The hotel. Chosen for review. Okay. If the place is hotel. Alright. And then, in the paragraph, you give the name of the place, the name of the hotel. Nama dia. Right, the name of the hotel. Okay. Location, where is it? And the date that you went to the hotel. Because the question is asking you about, have you stayed at the hotel before? Yes. Now, if the question asks you the date, it doesn't have to be an exact date. You can just say last month, 2 months ago. Kalau you nak bagi tarikh yang spesifik pun tak ada masalah. Boleh. Tak ada markah dipotong. Kalau ada, bagus. Tak ada, bagi cuma, you can just give the month bila. Bulan berapa you pergi. For example. When you go into your second paragraph, you write about the synopsis, the summary of the place visited. Like for this question, dia minta share with us what you enjoy about staying the hotel. So what you do is, in this part, bila you kata synopsis of the hotel ni, dia lebih spesifik daripada yang kedua. Okay. Kat mana dia punya situated? Adakah dia famous? Okay. Is it famous? Is it local? Is it locally? Is it locally? Alright. And who suggested? Who suggested it? Okay. Alright. If you want to write it longer. And then, what you enjoy about the hotel. Interesting things, activities. Probably you could say that the thing that you enjoy about the hotel is the big swimming pool. That's what you like about the hotel. If it is not interesting, what you did not enjoy. Apa dia? Apa yang you tak enjoy? You don't enjoy the place because it is too crowded. That is one of the reason. Kenapa you tak suka tempat tu. So like I said just now, for this particular question, you can just give one reason. Satu-satu saja, tak perlu banyak-banyak. Right? You kena ingat you nak tulis part 3 ni tak panjang masa you. Alright. Kemudian comments. Writer suggest to friends. Do you suggest it to your friends or not? Okay. If you were to suggest to your friend, give a recommendation. Do you recommend? Do you strongly recommend? Or you recommend only? It is up to you. Strongly recommend means you really like the place. If you only recommend, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a strong recommendation. You just recommend it to go if they just want to spend their time there. Okay, itu maksud saya. Alright. Okay, ada soalan nak tanya setakat ini untuk review? Itu teacher mirror format boleh buat macam ni ke? Boleh, sebenarnya boleh. Review format for review, it is actually not a fixed one. Not a fixed one. What the teachers want to see is that whether you answer the questions or not. Menjawab ke tidak soalan, and we want to see when you have already mentioned all this dekat atas ni, you dah sebut, bila you recommend kepada kami, contohnya pada cikgu, pada orang yang membaca tu, adakah kami nak pergi tak tempat tu? Itu saja kita nak melihat pelajar punya pemahaman. When you recommend tu, how are you going to recommend us? Your description of the place, is it interesting or not? Okay? Alright. Same goes with food delivery. Okay, food delivery also has never come up. So this is quite a rare question actually, if it were to be about food delivery. So if it was about food delivery application, you can see that there's one question here. Which delivery application in Malaysia you think is the best? So if you think is the best, meaning that is only one. This is satu saja. Okay. Best means one only. Cannot be two, cannot be three. Okay. Please remember, tolong ingat baik-baik. Kalau best, hanya satu saja. Now, what you like about the application? Anything that has to do with application means that you're talking about science and technology. It can be user-friendly. Okay. Can be user-friendly or easy to use. It's up to you. Okay. Why do you use the application? Because it's a trend. Everybody is using the food delivery application. For example, boleh sebut ke nama application tu? Yes, you can mention the name because they are asking for delivery application in Malaysia. Grab, Food Panda, Shopee Food I think. That is one of it. Okay. Would you recommend the application to your friends? Usually we would recommend because why? You can actually take one of these answers that you have mentioned just now as your recommendation. Maksudnya for this particular question, you can have 3 answers to be given or 2 answers to be given. But when you want to recommend the application, you can actually recycle back any one of the given answers that you have given just now. Okay, faham? Yes, pandai. You can order food at the tip of your finger. Yes, that's the word that I'm looking for. Okay, understand Boleh? Okay, any other question? Teacher, if nak buat review, kena tulis review by it's actually an option. You can actually put there review by or if you do not put also, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. What we want to see is whether you are able to give a good review or not. Ya, pelajar, tapi kalau saya tengok dalam banyak-banyak format, selalunya mereka akan letak tajuk lah dekat atas. Review about apa? Review about food delivery application. Or you can just put there, Grab. Okay, Grab. Food delivery application. You don't put review by, you put written by who. Then you put your name. Okay, boleh. It is something like an article. It's just that you don't use the word by anymore. It's written by. Okay. Adelina, Adlan, for example. Okay. Then you can start writing. If you don't put the title, it is actually not a problem as well. No worries. Because the most important thing is we want to see whether you can answer the questions or not. Okay? Alright, anything? Anything else? Yes, you can use fake name, no problem. You don't have to use caps lock. It is up to you. You don't have to use all capital letter. You can use capital letter all. It is up to you. As long as it answers the question. Okay? Alright, now let's look at report writing. Okay, my dear students, report writing, you must know who is going to be reading the report. So if the report is going to be written to your principal, so make sure that the person that you are writing to is mentioned on top there. The report is to be written to who. See here, know who is going to read it, what is to include in the report. Now, like what I mentioned just now, part 3, you have 3 questions given. You have the options of to choose between what and what and what, meaning that you have question 4, question 2, question 3, question 4, and question 5. Now, if you are very good in writing an article, do not try test and wanted to see, oh, I think I want to write a report. Whereas you know that you are not good in writing report. Okay, my advice is that if you are used to writing an article, proceed in writing an article. If you are good in writing a report, you have done it in school a lot. You have practiced it in school a lot with your teacher. So do a report. If you are used of writing a story, then proceed with writing a story. Okay? Don't go and change your forte of writing, your genre of writing, just because you see that, oh, I think I want to try. No, please don't. Nasihat saya jangan. Okay, now for a report writing, you must give factual information, give suggestions or recommendation. You kena ada benda-benda ni dalam jawapan you. Okay, this is a format actually for a report writing. Alright, because a report writing has to have the person that you are writing to. Now, if the report is to your principal, then put there principal of what school? Okay, what school? It is up to you. If your school is SMK Bukit Beruang, so principal of Bukit Beruang. Alright, do not put your principal's name. Make your work easier, please. Okay, the title depends on the question that you are getting. So if the question is like this, a report on the trip to the recycling center, then for this particular thing, the report should be take back the question and put it inside the template, inside your answer. Yes, inside your test pad. Okay, now the date. If you were to write a report, usually a report has to be in past tense form. It has to be in past tense because the thing has already happened. Alright, so the date has to be written on the present date, but whatever report that you make later, it should be in past tense. Okay, alright. And when you have completed doing the report, below on your left hand side, reported by your signature, your full name. Now, if the question doesn't have a post, like here, there's a post or not? Yes. You are the secretary. So, this one will become your post. Dia akan jadi you punya jawatan dekat sini. Okay, post ialah jawatan apa yang you pegang dalam persatuan tersebut. Secretary of what? Tulislah. Secretary of what? Okay, boleh? Alright, digital magazines for everyone. So a report about first digital magazine. Here, to be replaced, to be put in the title. Okay. Ada soalan? Ada soalan? Alright. And the last one, sebab dah dekat pukul 10 kan? Okay, we are finishing soon. A story. Okay, now students listen very carefully. If there are questions about stories like this, here are a few that I would like to show. Please read the instruction given. If the instruction arahan dia kata the story must begin with the following words, make sure that you start your story with this following words. Ya, mesti bermula dengan ayat ini. What is going to happen if you do not put it at the first part of the sentence? Kadang-kadang markah tu akan kurang lah daripada yang sepatutnya. Ya, sekiranya tidak diletakkan pada awal. Sebab dia dah kata kan, must begin. Okay. Soalan yang kedua. The story must have the title. So this title mesti digunakan dalam salah satu you punya ayat you dalam cerita tersebut. It has to be in any part of the paragraph. It can be in the first paragraph, it can be in the middle of the paragraph, it can be in the last paragraph. Dan tajuk dia mesti ada di atas ini. Okay. Untuk karangan bercerita, tajuk mesti diletakkan di awal supaya yang membaca tu kita tahulah it is about what. Okay. Alright. And for this question also, the story must start with these words. See? Must start. You have to start with this. In the previous question, it says must begin. Nampak tak yang dihitamkan tu apa? Okay. Same goes with this. Must start with these words. Anna made the right choice she felt. So if you get this kind of question, you are as the third party. You adalah orang yang ketiga melihat apa yang berlaku. Oh, sorry, you're the second person to look at the situation. Kalau dapat soalan macam ni, bagi saya agak sukar lah. Sebab you kena bercerita pasal Anna. So what is going to happen usually, you are going to get confused Anna and yourself. Okay. And the last question is about must have the title friendship. Now, question about friendship has come out a few times. Alright. So if it were to come out again, it's a luck for you. It's a bonus for you guys. Okay. Alright. Okay. Should story pakai tenses past continuous kan? It depends on the story. Sometimes the story, if the story is in the past tense, then we have to change into past tense. But at times, past tense and present tense can be combined. It depends. If you were talking about in the situation, you nak bercerita pasal benda yang lepas, there could be a mixture of present tense as well. And if you were to talk about in the future, then you'll be using continuous or future tense. Sebab you kena jaga baik-baik lah masa you nak buat tu. Okay. Apa lagi? Teacher, should we use advanced word to make story? Okay, now. Advanced words, you mean bombastic words? Alright, bombastic words, it depends on the situation of the question. Some question tak sesuai bombastic words. Advanced word or bombastic word. The most important thing is, you look at the structure, keep it nice. The combination of simple, complex and compound sentences has to be together. Sebaik-baiknya lah. Sebaik-baiknya seperti itu. Ada mixture. Okay. Teacher, tajuk kena garis ke? Tajuk kena capital letters ke? Tajuk sebaik-baiknya garis lah. Kalau dalam bahasa Melayu pun kita buat benda yang sama kan? Capital letter tak semestinya. Tak semestinya you put capital letters. If you want to put all capital letters, it is up to you. Tak ada masalah. Okay. Idioms. Yes, I would definitely recommend you to use idioms, but you must know, you must choose the right idioms to be used in the context. Okay. So if the context is about healthy, it's about health, then you can use like an apple a day keeps a doctor away. If the context of a question is about friendship, then you can use a friend in need is a friend indeed. If the question is about family members, family relationship, blood is thicker than water. Okay, you can use that. No problem. Okay, no problem. How about paper? Do you have any advice? Okay, for paper one, my advice to you is when you were to blacken uh the answer sheet later, you have to make sure that it is very clearly blackened. Okay. And the last 10 question behind for part 5, if I'm not mistaken, my advice to you is use a pen. Okay, if you do make mistakes, try not to use correction tape. Just cross it, okay, and write it again for the second time. Okay, please read carefully. You definitely can score for paper 1 part 1 because part 1 is quite easy. Difficulties will come by at part 2, 3, 4, and 5. So please be careful, especially part 4 if I'm not mistaken, because the paragraphs are a little bit longer. Okay, all right, but no worries. I know everyone will do very well. Okay. Must we write in third person for article? It depends on the situation. If the question is asking you about write your holiday experience, your experience, your personal experience about going for a holiday. That is not a third person. That is a first person talking. Meaning you are going to use I, me, myself, for example. Okay. All right. If you were third person for article, uh, can happen, but if usually you'll be doing like a second person. You give advice or when you write articles, you'll be writing about those that you can see as a second part, second person. Okay, third person, it rarely happens lah. But if you want to write a third person, there's no problem. The most important thing is the context. Yeah. Okay, anything? Less common like this, if the question is about science and technology, it's about gadgets. So there are things that we are looking for. Gadgets, applications, at the tip of the finger. User friendly, for example, if you were to do about environment, then we'll be looking words like pollution. We are looking about words like greenhouse effects. The effect of pollution to human being. Okay, how to make an introduction. Introduction. Some of you like for me, introduction should be very simple. For part 2, what you can do is you can actually use back the question as your introduction. You have to remember, introduction actually has no marks, but it is a good impression for your teachers to read. For the person who marks the paper to read, it's a good way. If you do have an introduction, but if you do not have an introduction, it should not be a serious problem because you have to concentrate more on the content. Remember, content is very important. Is there any penanda wacana that cannot be used in the opening paragraph? Usually kita tak pakai penanda wacana dekat opening. Usually we will give a very general introduction. For example, kata kalau soalan tu pasal crimes in the neighborhood. So what you can do is you can just give a very simple introduction. Crimes in the neighborhood nowadays has been on a rise, especially in my neighborhood. Therefore, I would like to highlight some of the crimes that happens, for example. Okay? Alright. Teacher stories need imagination. Yes, imagination, but not too high of imagination. If you were to write stories, do not use negative words. Okay? Do not use negative words. Do not use bad words. Okay? Tajuk and name. For English, no. Actually, it does not count as one word. If you put KLCC, KLCC is different. Sometimes if we feel that we want to say count it as one word, we will count it as one word. Sometimes it's not counted as one word. It's still counted as two words. Like my name, for example, Adrina Adla is still counted as two words. It is not like BM. BM is different. Okay. Food delivery review will come out no, I did not say it will come out. I say it has never come out. It has never come out. Okay. All right. I wish you all the best, everybody. Have a good night's sleep. Okay, please have a good night's sleep. Do not prepare yourself mentally. Make sure that before you go into the hall, you are well prepared. Calm yourself down. Like I said just now, English is not that difficult. Okay, just remember, plan your timing so that you have enough time to answer all the questions. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any last questions? No? No? Oh, thank you so much for coming. So, I wish you all the best. Good luck fighting. Okay? Alright. Bye. Yes, saya akan doakan semua orang. Bye.
Baiklah, terima kasih diucapkan kepada Cikgu Adelina di atas perkongsian tips akhir dan perkongsian Seminar Pecutan Akhir SPM 2023 bagi mata pelajaran Bahasa Inggeris yang cukup-cukup jelas pada malam ini. Tidak lupa juga ribuan terima kasih kepada guru-guru dan murid-murid SPM 2023 yang mengikuti program kita pada malam ini. Sebelum itu, minta murid-murid untuk mengisi kehadiran pada hari ini. Klik pada link yang disediakan untuk kehadiran anda. Okey, untuk makluman, Seminar Pecutan Akhir SPM 2023 ini akan diteruskan lagi dengan subjek sejarah pada 3 Februari 2024 jam 8 hingga 10 malam di platform Zoom dan YouTube. Jangan lupa klik link pendaftaran untuk mendaftar. Berita baik juga untuk adik-adik sekalian, YPC International College menyediakan peluang menyambung pelajaran bagi lepasan SPM. Adik-adik juga berpeluang untuk memohon beasiswa asasi selama 1 tahun di YPC. Untuk maklumat lanjut, adik-adik boleh terus hubungi kaunselor YPC untuk keterangan lanjut. Jangan lupa untuk subscribe dan like channel YouTube YPC International College untuk mengikuti seminar seterusnya. Baiklah, terima kasih. Selamat maju jaya untuk paper Bahasa Inggeris esok dan selamat malam semua. Jumpa lagi pada program yang akan datang. Terima kasih. Terima kasih sekali lagi kepada Cikgu Adelina.